Hey, Holmes. Hey, man, that's soul, man. I've been smoking since I was born, man. I could smoke anything, man. I think you better light it in here, man.
What?
These gas fumes, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm newly calibrated, all shiny and clean. I'm your recent adaptation, time to redefine me. Oh, I'm feeling better now.
I don't know what's going on with that 22 because it's not.
That's the stock one.
Yeah, the
McLean.
the rounds are not going into the barrel. It's like they're sitting too low. That's why all those. It's like the feed issue. The ramp is too low or something.
Is the mag pushed?
Yeah, I tried it. Maybe I need some new magazines, like the spring's not working that good and keeping them up, but they seem like they're, they seem like they're pushed up as far up as they're gonna go. So I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Well, look at that round too. That has the same kind of issue.
Oh, it's possible that the ammo that's in that. No? McLean.
Something special for you. For me to you, McLean.
In honor of you, that Matt purchased this just for you. Well, just with you in mind. Sticky Puddles. You know, the funny thing is did you even know what this was until now?
No.
You did it, Christine. Well, you did.
Oh, no. You're talking about like what was in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it at the store.
Oh. It's a cherry cheesecake Imperial sour ale with cherry juice, cinnamon, and cheesecake flavors. Sticky Puddles. Dedicated to McLean.
He can eat my cheesecake while I nibble on his cherries.
I'm gonna be sick.
And then
They
then he can
overlap
lick
this.
up all the sticky puddles after he, bounces it off my back like he says.
Slinging ropes. Plus, when we were at the liquor store, I don't know how he falls in the scheme of things. It was a guy from Revelation Ale Works, the beer I reviewed yesterday, and he talked me into getting something to review, and then he had a sampling. I told him, I said, I hate this because I'm going to find out about something before I review it, but I told you yesterday that I reviewed the peach yesterday, and they had blueberry, and I'm like, I'm kind of leaning towards not wanting to review it because I thought that the peach was, I think I gave the peach, a 7 or a 7.5.
The one I had today I didn't like. They're small, but I like them.
But there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
So even if they're a little on the small side, there's still 4 of them. Who's this? Oh, this is from Lupin Brewing. Oh, where's this? God, it's getting to be more and more of a problem.
Well, you got your Revelation back here, I see.
Yeah.
You're really starting to push that way. Huh?
We're having a push south.
That's not south.
Well, that's technically it's weird because if you take a compass north is like at an angle going that way.
I'm pulling out my compass right now.
Good.
Because me and my
As long
sister,
as your pants are on.
me and my sister keep getting confused. Actually, you are right. That's southeast, technically, but yeah, that is.
Yeah, so you're going north, south, west, east, and
She's the type of girl that I would really like. She looks like a potential Duluth native, potential neighbor.
I'm concerned about this lack of everything in her room, though. There's no blinds, there's no shades, there's no...
perfect, because when she needs to move, you don't have shit to have to haul.
She travels light.
She travels like a man. You don't need all those decorations and shit. Just, a couple pizza boxes for a TV stand, you're good. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to dirty the cup again. You show your... I prefer my cans.
I prefer your cans too.
I bet you do.
Isn't it nice when you get personal notes from the owner of the company in with your deliveries?
Did he draw that little dick for you too?
Yeah.
He must know you pretty well. You guys have had a little fling together, or what?
I guess. Got my holster from Pete today, and it came with love messages, I guess. Okay, this smells really good. Speaking of big cans, cheers.
Wow, didn't even cheers me, motherfucker.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh.
I'm not a sour fan. This is good. It's got the sour that I don't like, because it's sour. But that's got it. When it hits you at first, it is a cherry cheesecake, and it is sweet. And then as soon as you wash it down, it goes straight to that sour aftertaste.
This is like the cherry fandango, but sour.
You know what? Cherry fandango was okay, but I think this is way better.
I'm impressed with this though. First of all,
$25 for 4 cans.
I guess it's still in the same ballpark as those.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. But I'm just saying, when you spend that kind of money, you hope it's going to be a good beer.
Yeah, but that's not always the case.
No, as we've found out.
It's like, oh, yeah, I just paid $26.99 for this.
Well, and that's
like the Warrior Brewing ones.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with those. That's why I really want to try that banana bourbon. But I don't want to spend $26
$52 plus tax to get
Grey Goose.
No,
it wasn't Grey Goose. It was Goose Island.
Goose Island
banana stout. They're what we do every year, but they have a new flavored banana. At least new for us.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. I have a 2019 still on hand.
Mm-hmm. As you should.
Problem is maybe it's psychological, but I've noticed on some beers, once they go past a certain threshold of time,
they go down.
Like, for instance, the Dogfish Head 120s.
It's not like some wine.
I like it right at a year. The one where I waited another year to see if it continued to get better, no. I did not like it as much.
Depressing.
So, wow, those are like at maximum capacity. If you opened up her door on the sticker, it says recommended 35 psi. But this is one of these 80-pound.
It's funny we both thought 80. I was at 80 myself. Like, those are some big ones.
God, if one of those went off, just take her head clean right off.
It'd be like one of those tires that people are blowing up. Spray a little starter fluid in there. And did you see the guy that did that? Did I ever show you? He actually had a wick. It was on a camper, and he poured like a freaking oil quart of like gas or fuel or something in this tire. And then he put a wick that was like probably 10 feet long, and he lit it and he ran back behind a tree. It fucking blew that tire. Half of that camper was messed up.
Smart.
The tire, gone. The tire completely gone.
What have we learned? Just gotta cute everything. First, wait a second. Does it mix? Mr. 27. Mr. 27 says, brew club time. Then he says, brew club cowbell, please. Sorry, Mr. by a day. Smile Money's first. Mr. 27 sounds like an asshole. Smile Money says, first bean first. Rich Huff says, cheers all. Cheers, Rich.
You know, I got to tell you something. On a side note. I really kind of like when you don't work. Because you're actually dressed. It seems like when you go to work, you think this guy would be dressed. No, he comes home and he goes straight to his fucking pajamas.
I was in my pajamas. You said, should we
go
go get a beer?
Okay, well maybe I'll just ask you to go to the store every time.
So I put my.
I feel a lot better when you're actually in a pair of jeans. You know, I just wait for those pajamas to fall down every time you walk around. You got a gun hanging on the side. It's like, man, that Cookie Monster's not going to hold up much longer.
Like that day, I was at the boxers. Bought a pair of boxers. Christine goes,
You bought a pair of boxers? When was this?
Years ago.
Oh, I was going to say a while. It must have been a while.
It didn't work out for me. Christine goes, well, what do you think? Maybe Christine bought them for me. Walked downstairs in the living room and I went, this is concerning. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then poof, and a wiener flew out through the opening.
Well, usually they have a button on them.
These didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying usually.
So, it's... Yeah, I don't...
Well, the ones I got you don't have buttons either, but those are more like almost spandex.
I'm wearing those right now.
So you like them though?
Christine goes, wait. I told her, I swear to God, she's like, she says she's just stressed out. I think so I have the underwear folded laying in the, because the Star Trek room is my, love her.
Closet.
Is my closet. And she goes, where'd you get these? I said, what do you mean, where did I get these? She goes, these seem kind of nice. I go, yeah, Matt got them for me. She goes, oh, what, wait. Matt got you underwear. Yeah.
I'm just trying to help a brother out, man. You know, this day and age, wearing whitey tighties, I don't know how guys do it.
I got that color on.
They're a pair of thieves.
See, I told you.
There's actually a lot better ones out there, but those I just figured I'd give those a try myself. Those actually feel a lot more like whitey tighties than a lot of my other ones. I like the more spandex kind of ones. They're kind of silky or whatever, but they stretch. Those are good.
I don't want to have this conversation with you.
Oh.
God damn it.
But yeah, I'm glad because yeah, fucking whitey tighties. Can't hide your stains in those either.
Tidy whiteys.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted bastard. 2 thumbs up, 3 shots, and 4 flags.
You have one bad day and all of a sudden they're not whitey tighties. They're called brown stripes.
They're just trash. Jolson says, make sure he's on the right one. Jolson says J7. J7 is a miss.
Damn, you got a hell of an order from Paul Metal over here. Was this one of your packs, I'm guessing?
No, that's what remains of everything not shipped today to Salty Shellback for the Justin's Final Mission win.
Oh. Nice.
So, that consists of nothing but empty packages, dem muffs, and a range bag. On the other hand, here's my idea. I took all the stock and the buffer, tube, spring, and the small parts.
I don't know how she's not showing. I mean, for some titties like that, you'd think you'd get a little nip poking out the side or something. Those got to be little beads that I like. Anyways, carry on. So you're thinking you're going to send it like that?
Well, it He seems to think that I can send this to a mutual friend who is an FFL in another state because it's a long gun. But the law has changed. And as far as I know, it's not a Minnesota or Wisconsin thing.
It's a federal thing.
An AR is treated just like a pistol now.
Yeah. The lower, anyways, the receiver part.
Yeah. But I had a thought. Maybe purchasing this from him and then sending him a Palmetto billet receiver.
You can get those dirt cheap nowadays, it seems like.
Well, it seems like it'd be a way around it.
$100.
If I just send Salty the money to pay for this, then he can just order one.
And it'll be legal and legit.
Yeah. It's either that or I just do an old school and throw it in the mail. Just kidding. I wouldn't even think about that on camera. I mean...
So that's where the Tiki Torch ended up, huh?
No, she wants it back upstairs, but for the girls' party it didn't fit the theme of the 50s.
She wants it back upstairs because she didn't seem she was too interested in it.
No, she goes, if you could put this somewhere for right now, she goes, but I want it back.
Like in the summer or something?
It was sitting in the piano.
It was in the kitchen?
No, it was the big window.
Dining room, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, I thought it was always cool. Especially when you light it up. Because then it looks like an angry Hawaiian face or some shit looking at you.
So, I don't know, Salty, that was one way I thought getting around that is maybe just purchasing
I think it'd
this.
be a smarter, safer idea anyways.
Well, it's either that or I gotta send this to his FFL. So, and the thing that sucks is I have to have an FFL send it. So now you're double downing on the price.
Cost, yeah. Well, you're probably going to be ended up paying at minimum $50. $50 to ship that and go through FFLs. Minimum $50. Well, you can send him $100 and he can buy one.
Maybe I'll build my own JP killer. No, what I actually wouldn't mind having is my own version of, if I finally let him talk me into going deer hunting with him, I'd rather trounce through the woods with this as opposed to...
You keep talking about that and it's never going to happen. I don't even know why you got...
Hey, we went ice fishing.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I thought maybe you were stoned enough you would have...
I've only gone ice fishing once this year and that was with Dale. I haven't... The ice has been so shitty, it's been so cold or so warm, there's been no ice. Red Lake, another ice house and truck just went through the ice like 4 days ago.
Well, that's why...
I don't know why people keep going out there.
That's why 2 weeks ago they said don't.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
I mean, I get wanting to go out ice fishing, but at this point, especially with the ice being so unstable, go on a snowmobile or walk out there. Like some of those walks are really long, so I get it. You want a snowmobile, but a snowmobile, you got a big track and skis. It spreads the weight. Actually, it spreads the weight better than if you were just to walk on the ice. Even though it weighs more, it distributes the weight.
And if you had to, I've been across open water on my snowmobile.
Yeah, same here.
Up at the...
Not that I like that.
You know what I was thinking? Please, do not... Please, this is not the time where I run out of fuel, where the engine has a serious malfunction.
I was racing my buddy across the lake, and so I was probably doing 100. By the time I hit that open water, I just fucking kept the throttle gun, dude. I was like, please just make it across and get to land. Holy shit.
Sharky sub comment. Left, 2, 3, 4, marching on. Okay, segue. Jolson says, we need more cowbell.
You took my cowbell away from me.
It's on top.
Oh. This one's for Jolson.
Multi-gun man, how the fuck did I end up here? Mr. 27 says, naked, question mark? Too much whiskey?
Alright, a little bit cowbell because I can't fucking set that thing up there.
You know, it surprised me is I figured the first time that the
These are my kind of red cups.
red solo cup, you fill her up. Let's have a party. Oh yeah. El Tenda says peachy. Cobra says keen. See what he did right there? El Tenda. Smile money with an essay. Cool. Eric, it's easy. YouTube doesn't like what you say and do. Well, it's not just me.
That's true.
I've had a lot of people tell me that comments get deleted, and the thing is so many people assume that the creator or the owner of the channel does it, and then it causes a rift, which is bullshit. Why would you think you could authorize the posting of comments that violate community guidelines they develop? But have you listened to what some of the people said have gotten deleted? Completely innocent. Just...
You know, the guy at the store did actually have a good idea. Just make your own website, then they can't fucking... The thing is now, I don't know how websites work these days, because back when I was in school, we had to take a class that, even in high school, we literally had to make our own websites. And you could do it for free. But nowadays, I don't know if you get charged because you have to, you know, use somebody's server.
Yeah, usually you have to at least be through some domain. Like Christine's site for her books, Dave's site, they have control over how the site is, but they still have to rent.
That's and that's what I'm saying. I don't know how it works these days, because back when I was in, I think it was high school, you didn't have to pay nothing. You know, you could just start up your own website. I used to know how to do that shit. I don't fucking know anymore. All that stuff's changed.
Poco does.
Well, my sister does. It's not. I'm sure it's not hard. I could probably figure it out, but
the problem is how do you get to the level of recreating what we have here?
Yeah. Well, and even being able to run the videos, and you know, it's not just an easy website with messages and maybe pictures. You got videos. You got interactive talking. I don't know any of that stuff.
They get notified when it's been hearted.
Yep.
That kind of thing.
Still might be something to look into, though. Actually, if you really care to, expand your audience, or at least not get trolled by Facebook every goddamn day.
He says, not like you're the only one that sees the comments. What is weird is that you know the issues and are surprised that the rules, however stupid, are enforced. It still goes back to, did you not hear me say the stuff that some of these guys said that they have left as a comment that got deleted had nothing to do with sex, had no foul language in it, yet was arbitrarily still deleted?
I still don't. Well, by the way, congrats on your victory against YouTube for your intro girl.
Well, I thought that was funny. We had to delete this for nudity. And the thing is you can't even say, what nudity are you talking about? Because every time they change something, they make it more retarded. I mean, every single thing YouTube has ever done in the time that I've been on. I mean, do you realize that when YouTube started, my channel looked completely different than anybody else's. I had pictures of Dax jumping through a water stream as my background image. You could lay everything out the way you wanted to. Then they kept changing things. The one thing that I think pissed me off the most is we used to have an internal messaging system. So if you said, I got some stuff for you or whatever, I'd be like, oh, send me a personal message. This is my personal email address, Matt, or this is my home phone number, Matt.
Yeah.
And nobody saw it but you.
It's private, yeah.
They got rid of that, and no, right now, the kind of things...
There's full-on nudity. You see videos of full-on nudity, 2, 3, 4 million views. you got what, couple hundred views and no nudity. I mean, maybe very risque, but well, every now and then you show a little titty, but typically it's not nudity, and they call it nudity every time.
My worst one is probably the girl. Well, there's one wearing fishnet. One of her nipples is actually popping through one of the exits.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a couple pictures I get, but overall,
yeah. When they told me that it had nudity and it violates the community standards,
you want to try?
And I was just like, "What are you talking about?"
So Eric found this one. Stopped to make sure I could get some dinner for tonight before I started drinking. I was feeling rich after hitting the bank up. My car change, I bagged it up. I thought it was going to be like maybe $30. I had $70 of change sitting in my truck.
The rest of, I'll read it because he thinks he's funny, so I want to help him be happy about himself.
Is it who's this?
Smile Money.
Yeah, go figure.
Says, laugh out loud. Most people that get zapped by an electric fence know not to touch it again. You, on the other hand, decide to lick it and wonder why it hurts. Cobra says, plus he adds extra ships to the board. Big time foul. I have never added extra ships to a single board that I have created. Just for the record, Cobra.
I might have to try this without such a sweet drink. It's different. I don't know if it's good or not. Because, it's like 1 minute I'm tasting coffee, and the next minute I'm tasting cheese. Yeah. This is just...
First piece was pretty good.
Didn't explain it, I guess, actually. Espresso. Cheese.
I allowed you guys to set up the boards. And all I am is the curator of Fuck City, okay? I personally have never had a board that had more than the normal 6 ships.
I think it's 5 ships.
5 ships, sorry. Oh. Yeah, because where I'm standing, this last little area, the shadow is 5 ships. I've never had a board that was more than 5 ships, ever.
For people that don't really give 2 shits about it, I don't understand why they complain either. This particular one is EMTs, and the one before that was Poco's. You know what? You shouldn't.
And then the one before that was yours.
You shouldn't even have to defend it. You know what? You just tell them fuckers, grab themselves a tissue if they got issues.
And a sub-comment, back to Cobra from Smile Money. My grandson is the same way. He adjusts the rules as the game goes on. This is for both of you. Adjust that. Din, take a skull shot for every cup of coffee David Brown has in a day.
Ooh.
No.
Maybe you know what? That might even be tough with a pot of coffee.
He would die, says.
Yes. Even, like I said, if instead of a cup, just go to a pot. Every pot of coffee Dave has, it's still probably going to be lit up pretty good.
Yeah, I would say just to have a shot per pot is... Oh, damn it. That last one was pretty good. I mean, I'm not complaining about this one, but if she fell down, her face would never hit the ground.
That's perfect. Hubba hubba.
Salty, if the naked fits, you must acquit. I tell you what, today, every single time the fucking national news came on, it was another lawsuit somewhere. I think someone did the research, and if Trump loses all of his cases, he's going to have to serve like 400 and something years. And guess what? What do they all have in common? They're all being brought by the opposite political party. Sounds a lot like a...
So they already are worried that he's, going to be president. So you see that bill that they just passed?
The aid one?
Yeah, to Ukraine. Did you see the clause that they have in there?
No.
So, they're already sabotaging Trump's presidency because they said that this money is supposed to go through 2025, right? And the money cannot be stopped by the president, and 13 point some odd billion of it has to stay in the account until I think March 20th, 2025, which would be like the middle of his presidency. So he is not allowed to stop this funding, and he can't do nothing because the money has to be there till the very last day of it. A percentage of it has to be in the account till the very last day. So they're basically trying to stonewall him from having any kind of negotiations on peace talks or stop funding for Ukraine. They can't. He can't do it because it's already been passed through the House and Senate. Is that not fucked up?
Then they must realize that they've lost.
That's essentially what they already did, or what they went after and impeached him for on the first one, because he withheld money to Ukraine. So that's why they put that in the bill. So now he can't do it, and if he does, they'll impeach him.
All Ukraine is at this point in time is fucking laundering money.
Yep. Well, they've already come out and said it. That $60 billion is not going to Ukraine. They literally even said it. The Democrats and even on the news, they said, yeah, it's going to weapons manufacturing in the United States. So you're outright saying that that's money laundering. You're just wording it differently so it sounds good and making the American people think, oh, well, that's helping our manufacturing jobs and the money isn't leaving the country. No, you're fucking giving the money to the people that don't need the money, these fucking high-end weapon companies. It's ridiculous.
That, and it also came out today, but Putin said, you're smoking crack, so what side's lying that the Russians supposedly launched a nuclear platform into space either today or over the weekend, that it's designed to use nuclear technology to take down our satellites. I still say, why would you go through the effort? All you have to do is put a laser in the space, fly on by, bzzzt. I mean, I watch Chinese guy on TikTok all the time with lasers that blast rust off of steel.
I wonder what Elon Musk has going on. You know, like what he's thinking about all this, because he's got a lot of his own personal satellites up there. And I wonder what he potentially could do to retaliate, or what kind of agreements he might have with the works on that.
Hey, if you're Elon, how hard would it be? Like if me and you owned $100 billion company, and we okay, you guys, we got a rocket that we're going to be launching next weekend, and like 5 people know what the payload is that went into it. Could be a laser designed to knock other satellites down. It could be anything.
Yeah.
I mean, a claymore mine and a magnet. It just like pushes it out towards China's satellite, and it just kind of goes, punk.
Well, I was gonna say, up in space, that's probably all you really got to do to fuck those satellites up, is just crash into one another.
And if what they say is true, there's so much floating garbage up there. It's amazing shit don't take itself out. Okay. Sub comments on Salties. Poco says, fits what? The butt? I don't know. Ask Poco. Smile Money. Ask Poco and ask Billy. Billy said that almost all of his comments got deleted. He must have been licking that fence. Multi-Gunman says naked is as naked does. And Mr. 27 says eek. Cold-Hearted Bastard says G6.
I'll be back. Stop distracting you for a moment.
G6 is a hit. Then he says, you know, the JP might make a great wedding gift. No. That means I'd lose it in less than a year from now. That's shit, what, 8 months from now?
You know, that whole idea might not be a bad idea, though. You could make 2 identical guns. Call them Bonnie and Clyde. Because one gun would not be a good wedding gift. But 2, so then they each have identical matching guns, might be a little bit more practical.
Well, if I were to do something like that, what would really be the ultimate, either in pistols or in rifles, is to be able to get 2 consecutive serial numbered guns.
Yep. No, I get that. But you could also potentially engrave them, or, you know.
I don't know how much of a shooter gauge actually is.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know either.
I know Sam goes to the party with at least, what does she have now? 4 guns? 3 pistols and a rifle?
I keep losing count of how many guns I have. I'm starting to have Eric syndrome problems. 1, 2, 3.
You know what's a problem?
4, 5.
Is when you lay out all of your 10 millimeters and you're watching the video later going, God damn it, I forgot 2 of them. I don't think that happened this last go around. God, she's so fucking hot. I don't care what anybody says. Cold-Hearted Bastard 260 Rem round. Oh, 260, not, did I say 280? 260. Bad Greens Captain, how you doing? You still doing contract work for your ex-employer?
I'm up to 10.
Yes.
10 or 11. Pretty sure it's just 10.
I took one thing off the table today, so I kind of cut myself short for a week, but...
What's that?
One of the things he wanted me to do.
That I wanted you to do?
No. The idiot that I used to work for. But
gotcha.
Yeah. It's actually, even though it'd been nice to have the work, it's best that I don't.
How's going in now with Greg being back?
Well, I don't know. He acted like, even though I know, first of all, Jack has obviously no communication skills with him at all. He showed up today to do the final inspection, and he's like, well, you're still here? He's like, yeah. He goes, well, I thought you quit construction. I did.
But I'm still here.
Hey, this is finishing work. I'm in a fucking heated house with lights. More than I can say for you, Greg. Oh, too soon?
Like I said, man, we could start making furniture. Even just cookie cutter long furniture, dude. That should be easy. You don't even have to do high-end finishing.
Well, we need a plan for not next week, but the week after that. So that's when shit's gonna get real.
Well, start looking at pallet ideas, because I can usually get pallets from work. Not a whole shit ton.
Oh my God! Have you seen? Some of these people are so fucking full of shit.
Yeah, there's no pallet involved.
A guy puts up a picture of the fucking Taj Mahal. Pallet material, my first project ever. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, I get it. I meant like real pallet ideas. But we could do some chairs. I mean, even if we got to buy some lumber, that's fine too.
Adirondack chairs made just out of 3 pallets. Screw them together and put. Poco, you're digging a pit in your basement, aren't you? Digging a pit. No. Poco, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch. and one beer. Well, he doesn't have the R. If he would have put the R, I'm sure YouTube would have deleted his comment because there'd been too much bourbon in that comment, or too much liquor in that comment. Mike says, cheers, everyone. Cheers, Mike. Smile Money says, so Mr. Myers has a very interesting story. He claims he was an FBI undercover asset from 2017 until 2020. He also filed sexual harassment charges against the deposed congressman from New York, George Santos. Does he look like an undercover asset that would lead people to radicalizing groups? Maybe Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Thanks for the additional information. I enjoyed reading about him. Please, you draw your own conclusion. My bullcrap detector is going off unless the story is how the FBI plans to radicalize a conservative in Ohio. See, what I don't understand, Smile Money, is if you actually find that video that I played part of yesterday, he keeps pausing. Like, this is exactly how it looked. So in 2017, the FBI contacted me and wanted to know if I wanted to be part of a program where I didn't understand what the fucking pauses were. Like, hey, blink if you're not in trouble. Smile Money, bidding has start somewhere pre-dawn. If it doesn't meet the reserve, at least I tried. Smile Money, you need Caitlin to run back and forth that 300 yards to the target. Well, yeah, fucking me and Jeremy are not going to do it. Jesus. I mean, I'm not saying that Jeremy is out of shape. I'm saying I am. I guess I'd be willing to give it a try. I'd want my heart surgeon to be there. Or at least somebody that has a set of paddles and knows how to use it. Going out, that's the difficult part. On the way back, Jeremy could just jiggle a thing of Filthy Bloody Mary mix or a shaker. If I hear that shaker, fuck, I'm back. Poco, lead pipe is awful for melting into projectiles. And now we know. Smile Money. I guess YouTube was not in a comment deleting mood yesterday. Din, that's why you run them old electric stoves with the big exposed coil burners, E. They also don't break as easily as you could do canning and stuff on them. Well, I guess without a computer involved, at least the element is just on. It wouldn't work as well as gas on the wok, but it would definitely work better than an electric glass top. Heaven and hell spirits. Good night, everyone. Work starts early. Wake up time 3:30. Hope everyone had a moist cake. Moist something. Bad. Happy birthday, Hector. Someone else can give him his spankings. I know. Smile Money. I have never seen you shoot groups, and you have rifle and scopes. Make sure you take your electronic calibers. 300 yards is a good distance to develop your skills. If the JP killer performs well, I do not need to feel bad that my cheap ass would never spend that kind of cash you did for the JP or the Psalm. It's only like $14,000 between the two of them. What are you talking about?
The Psalm, maybe. Considering considering the gun and the scope on it, I don't think that's a horrible deal. I mean, that's more than I'd want to spend. But I could maybe sell that to myself. The JP, on the other hand, there's no fucking way. I mean, I love the gun. It's beautiful, and it shoots like no other 308 I've ever shot. However, yeah, I could never justify spending that kind of money on one gun. That you got as much into that gun as I probably have in my whole arsenal. It's pretty close, comparable.
Yeah, well, could have a lot of other shit for $10,000.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've got 10 or 11 guns, and I think ballpark's probably got about close to 10 grand in all of them.
Cobra says he only does headshots, not groups. Smile Money says back to him, well, he gave up on roof jobs. Oof. I might be taking up some side work coming up before the election.
Hey, I got a couple jobs you could do. Do you still have knee pads from work? You're gonna need them.
$20 is no, $40 is $40. Smile Money. I bought my wife 4 rounds of silver, no chocolate or flowers. They are shiny and pretty and calorie free. Then he says, well, Mike's video for February just posted. I got a notification.
Smile Money's left like 10 comments, and I even stepped out for 5 minutes.
Hey, look, they keep on going. But wait, there's more. He says, I will be going on an Alaskan cruise in August. Don't be butthurt, but I will probably be flying right over Duluth. What? And not stopping? They really do not stop for visits.
Does that mean that comments won't fucking be gone for a week?
I hope.
Jesus. You guys got to find a new hobby. I mean, it's nice to get some comments here and there, but god damn.
Cobra thought that was funny, and Sharky says he's an a-hole. Smile Money. My early ancestors came here to become English colonists. Guess what they did? Guess they didn't like that arrangement, but they gave it about 30 or 40 years before they helped change that. Mike, you got time now since you don't work? Have a yard sale of all your stuff you don't want.
Dude, you get your liquor license, you could probably make 10 grand right now.
See, this is one of them.
Yeah.
One of them. Maybe the worst one.
I like her. You know who she reminds me of, though? She kind of looks like the lady from not Deal or No Deal. The rich, where you go and throw your ideas, or you want to get money for your business. Shark Tank.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
She kind of looks like a younger version of the lady on Shark Tank.
I have a proposal for her.
I'm sure I could come up with a few.
Smile Money back to Mike. He will need to talk Matt into doing it. That sounds a lot like work. And he says back to Smile Money. I know, right?
Talk me into doing what?
I guess having a yard sale. Just sell guns, knives, and alcohol at a yard sale.
Tools that you won't use.
I don't really have much in the tool lineup, which is good because I have like one small toolbox and none of the doors shut anymore because there's too many tools in the way.
Well, if there's stuff you want to sell, I could probably post it for you, add an extra $20 minimum. See what we can come up with.
Well, you are tasked with something.
What's that?
The Psalm.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. You know what? The one person I thought that would maybe potentially be interested in that, haven't heard back from him. I messaged him last time we did a review when I took the picture. I didn't send him the picture, I don't believe, but I asked him what was up.
Mike, I don't have any ed books till you sent me one. Then David sent me one. Yeah, actually, I gave David the one to send you. Cobra says G7. G7 is a hit. Hey, wow. Remember when I said I was looking for something and I'd put it somewhere obvious? I have no idea where it was, but it was laying in the hit. G7 is... Oh my god, I give up. G7 is a hit. And it is sunk. So Cobra puts another one on the board.
Who's all on the board this time around? Same people as usual, I'm going to guess.
Well, right now, Sharky with 3 and Cobra with 2. That's because Jolson's playing with himself. He likes that though, I hear. Oh my god, look at that.
That's an hourglass figure for sure. You know, I wonder what, like, nationality or, like, race she got in her. She looks like she could be, like,
They put some Irish
you know,
in
kind of Brazilian. She looks like she could be, you know, kind of Mexican, maybe even some kind of Asian.
She was cute.
I like her, too.
Congratulations. Oh, shit. Congratulations, Cobra. Really doesn't matter if I put these in here or not, because I need to drill like 68 more holes for this game. Then, the problem with expensive rifles, is that the reality is most import parts isn't really the expense. A barrel blank from Badger, Krager, etc., only like $800, even if you want like 2-inch in diameter straight wall, like 40-inch. 50 BMG blank. The other part would be how the bolt face lockup is, the chassis, and most of all the other stuff doesn't do anything.
You know, I'm really surprised for how much of a hard-on you get for all these new guns and this and that you don't have a 45-70 government, and I know you want one, but that's what I'm surprised, because for how much money you spend on other guns, you still don't have one. And the other one that I'm actually really surprised that you don't have, I kind of want one too, would be a Beowulf. Surprised you don't have either one of those. I would like to build a Beowulf at some point. That would be cool.
I have to say, with all the big bore AR platforms that you could get in a 458 Solcom, like Poco, I did have fun shooting Jolson's Beowulf.
Did you see what they came out with recently? This is another one now that I would be interested in. It's a AR-15 platform crossed with the lever action. So now the buffer tube is going to be different, but it still has an AR-15 universal bolt carrier group.
I've seen the real futuristic looking lever.
Well, this is
like your gun with an AR kind of.
Well, it holds the magazine that an AR-15 would, so you can put a big extended round, whatever else. It's just not semi-automatic. It's got a lever. I'll look it up if you want to see a picture of it while you're reading and doing your thing. But I thought it was really kind of interesting, because you know damn well they're still trying to take away your semi-autos. Well, a lever action is not a semi-auto, and you could still get a 60 round mag in that thing. And I've seen some people shoot some crazy lever action.
This was the one that I had to actually send back to Pete because he forgot that I had these. And I think this is going to be a trial for me. 'Cause I know this is going to be something that a lot of you are not even going to even believe is going to come. I know I've said it before. I am generally not a fan of an outside the waistband holster, except for the leather holsters for 1911s.
Now, is that only because you have an outside of the waist 1911 holster?
But I also,
That's why you like it?
I also have one of Pete's holsters like this that he
Yeah.
did in the American flag for Ed's gun. Or should I say, it has to be a non-railed commander size gun. So it works for Scott's gun and it works for Ed's gun. Yeah, take that stupid vertical foregrip off.
I'm
of
not
there.
disagreeing. The one I seen did not have that on there, but this is the first picture that popped up, and I just thought I'd show you. Because that's pretty awesome.
And to answer your question, I had the opportunity. One of Roger's neighbors had a Sharps 4570 and a 4590. And Roger told me about it, and I said, hell yeah, I'm interested. Called him up, and his grandson came and took the guns and ended up selling them for Lord knows what. Don't even know what they ended up going for. And what was the other one that you made a comment? Oh, I have had the 4570 revolver on in my top 10 items. The most ridiculously stupid fucking thing, and it's probably why, unless I have money burning a hole in my pocket, I'll never buy it. Because it's only about a fucking cylinder that big on a revolver. I would rather have a 4570, an actual.
If I ever want to get a new gun and I don't really have the money, I won't get a whole lot, but I'm pretty sure I could get my money back for that lever action, although I don't know if I want to sell that. That thing is awesome. But Greg, I'm pretty sure Greg would buy that in a heartbeat. Well, just considering he was already wanting to buy his neighbors, and same kind of story, the fucking...
Same gun, but that was a 357.
No, he had two. He said the guy had two. One was a 44 and one was a 357 or whatever it was. He said he didn't really care about the caliber.
First rifle I ever shot was my uncle's 30-30.
Me, it was my grandpa's.
And I'm like, I've never owned a lever gun. I have never actually owned a lever gun.
I know lever guns are typically very accurate. You know, just the iron sights. Some people are now starting to get rails and scopes on them and stuff, but a lot of people just stick with the old tried and true iron sights, and I can see why after shooting that. I know we didn't shoot any real long range, but if you can hit something close, you can hit something far. What's that?
Jay would have absolutely no problem carrying a 5.7 in the woods in bear country as long as you keep the T6Bs.
Well, and I said that.
He said he does not feel comfortable with a normal FN round.
Okay. Yeah. And that's what I would have guessed myself.
He says the T6Bs will drop a 400-pound feral hog one shot.
Well, if it goes through a steel plate, no problem. It's going to go through a skull. I mean, that's my thing with bear country.
Yeah, he said a T6B will smoke the shit out of a black bear. Plus, you've got 21 rounds.
25.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, I don't have extended mags for my
25 or 26, somewhere around there.
You know, 210, 220, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I checked too.
Well, unfortunately for me, but fortunate for Matt, is I gave him an entire mag of T6Bs.
I still got to get that bag of I got to find that 10 mil. I know where it is. It's in my closet, but my couch is sitting right in front of my closet door. So I gotta move my couch to get back there. And even then, well, you've seen my room. I can only move my couch about a foot closer to my bed, and then I gotta squeeze behind the shit, open the door, and essentially crawl and reach into my closet.
Mike wants to know if I'm sober. I mean, I gave you a fucking ride home from work today. I said, do you need me to bring you anywhere? So don't call me now and want to know if I'll go get you smokes or something. Jesus Christ. He was never a Boy Scout.
And by the way, 2 questions for you. Have you tried...
Mushrooms? No.
No. I guess 1 question, because I don't really care about money. Have you tried your car in just sports mode now? Driving it just in sports mode to see how it acts?
No.
Why not? I'm just suggesting you should then if you haven't. Dude, you blew out my eardrum that day. You blew out my eardrum. You were hot.
With what?
When you thought your car was all fucked up?
Yeah.
Dude, you hopped in my truck to go get a ride. You were fucking yelling. It's like, dude, I knew you were amped up, but I was like, holy, dude.
We don't talk about those things.
I'm like, holy shit, dude, we're in a truck, man. Like, I can hear you. I told you I didn't think it'd be a problem though. But you should, seriously, just for your own experience, you should try putting in sport and just driving around and seeing how it acts.
No, Samantha told me that it is computer controlled.
Yeah.
She wasn't sure if they went back to that particular transmission.
And see, that's what I said too. I didn't know exactly how that model or the age of the vehicle would, act with that. But, I mean, that's kind of the same thing. My Kia from around the same age, how that acted. So I would assume it'd be very similar. Granted, yours is a Subaru and mine was a Kia.
Yeah, he needs smokes. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Actually, I don't tell him, but I might have a full pack out in my truck still. Because I think I had 1 pack out there, and then I bought a pack just to be on the safe side because I'm drinking and I'm not going to go anywhere after, I got home. Tell him we ain't driving. Why? He started drinking and can't drive, or he just doesn't have a vehicle?
Probably both by now.
What's wrong with his vehicle? You said you had to give him a ride or something.
Brittany took it to figure out what the radiator or coolant leak is.
Oh, so he is getting it fixed.
Yeah.
All right.
He does not have a vehicle, but by now he's also not capable of driving.
Well, tell him after the show, Matt has to check. I might have a spare pack in my truck.
Matt's gonna check when we're done here. He thinks he might have a pack, if not a couple. Then he wants to know if you have any knee pads at home.
I have a bunch he can roll if he wants to fucking roll his own. Or make his own.
I love you. That was the J at Elite Ammunition. I really just want to say fuck it and take a couple days off and just head to Illinois.
Well, when you do, just plan it out a week or 2 in advance so I know.
Okay. Next week I'm going to. Why, you want to take your truck?
No.
Take the Subi?
No. I don't even want to go down there. Just wanted to know when you're going to be gone.
Why?
Don't worry about it. I don't want to fucking go down to Illinois. I can't even carry down there. Fuck that state.
I may or may still not do it.
Oh, I don't disagree. My uncle lives down there, and I don't know how, but he never used to be into shooting, but now that's one thing him and his oldest son like to do is they go to the gun range and shoot. It's like, well, how? You can't even carry down there. Why? You know, like, what? Why would you want to do that? Because you're still transporting your gun, even though, you know, it's not loaded, it's all locked up and all that shit. But what do you, I mean, do you do it just so you're comfortable shooting if you do have a home intruder? I really like her. I really like her. She's one of those tiny little beauties. Make you look real big, make you feel real strong.
Hang on. What are you doing? I told you no pictures. Don't worry, your face isn't in here. I just got to get a picture of my penis laying on your tummy so I can send it to my neighbor. It looks huge.
Eric, look how big I am, dude.
Thing looks gigantic. This chick was 80 pounds, wasn't she?
70.
Mr. 27 says 44th, then he says happy creepy intro Brubomi. Then he says sour beer, nice. Then he says triple that cowbell please, Mr. Brubomi. No. Then McLean says, how am I supposed to trust you and be honest with you when I feel so judged?
We're all judged, McLean. Don't be butthurt about that.
God, pussy. McLean, say what you want about Valentine's Day, Eric, but it's the only day of the year you can get laid for $2.50. Where?
He talked to me a day late. I told him perfect idea for Valentine's Day.
Hey, this was the first.
With the gift for your wife?
I didn't get her anything.
I know.
It's the first time that I've known her that I didn't get her flowers.
I know, that's what I told you, but I had a good excuse as to why.
But in the morning I said, hey, happy materialistic day.
You do that every holiday now?
She laughed.
Well, that's pretty much every holiday. It's all about making businesses money.
But I mean, it's like, what? So what? The other 364 days of the year, you're a fucking asshole to your wife? I do nice shit all the time. I don't need one day to...
Oh, really? Because I come over quite often and I hear just the opposite.
It used to be $20 is $20, but right now we're under the greatest economy ever, so it's gone up. Mike didn't understand the reference. 20 or 40 is 40. $40 is $40. So my buddy Larry, he used to live up here. Hello, tastes like chicken. He's like, did you get hacked? And I go, what do you mean did I get hacked? He goes, I keep getting emails from you. I go, emails from me? What's the fucking account? And he sends me, he goes, it's just a whole bunch of numbers. And then I'm like, dude, that's not me. So don't worry, I didn't get hacked. And if you saw the password for my YouTube channel, which is tied to my Gmail account, even John laughed. He goes, well, I don't think you ever have to worry about getting hacked. God damn it! You want to get this? McLean, you know you're an alcoholic when your mom's parrot offers you a drink.
Yum nuts, is this for an order?
It's February 14th, and you haven't heard one thing about Black History Month.
How much? What's cracking, Mike? I'm answering the phone for Eric.
Free your mind.
Well, that's because, you know, just like back in the day, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Well, with the shitty economy, now, you know, nowadays it's 40 is 40.
You know, it's not funny when you have to explain it.
He also says it's not funny when he's got to explain it.
Cheap hole gun guy, the more you feed your mind with positive thoughts, the more you can attract great things in your life. Positive thoughts of the day.
Gotcha.
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
No, I get it.
Wait.
We're getting closer to the end of the brew review, so when this is over, I'll run out to my truck and see if I got an extra pack.
I got 7 comments and the club left. Wade, I sent a lot of things down the road so I can enjoy watching others enjoy them. I keep my favorites and use them weekly,
even
if
I don't
not
have a
daily.
pack, I still have I got a bag of tobacco and a bunch of tubes if you want to roll your own.
Wade, I'm the same way. If I'm not really going to use it, it ends up in this. It ends up as Patreon. It ends up handed to people when they come over.
Be able to be out in my truck and have an idea.
You know, it makes me feel really good when 2 years later, Caitlin goes, remember the knife you gave me? Use it every day.
What a lazy motherfucker.
My phone's off, right?
He's like, oh, thank you, you know, like if I got a pack for him. I'll pick you up one tomorrow. Why? If I'm giving you a pack today, just fucking pay me and you can have the pack. I pick up my own cigarettes. I said, if not, I've got everything you need to make to roll your own. Or not roll, you know, but make your own. He goes, oh, no, that's okay. Dude, you smoke fucking garbage-ass cigarettes. So what's going to be any worse if you roll some up?
Well, it's like, I very seldom ever have beer that he'll drink. He's like,
Just after talking with him, I almost don't want to give him smokes. Because this has been like the past 3 weeks, I've been giving him so many goddamn smokes. It's like once you start, he just keeps coming back. It's like you got to cut him off. And then he'll be good for another, 3-4 months. And then he asks, and it's like fucking every day after for...
Well,
How do you not-
I
how do you
asked,
not-
you need me to stop at the store.
That's what I'm saying. How do you not
Smokes or-
fucking...
smokes
how do you
or
not
beer?
plan ahead? If you're going to go home and drink beer, I always think, hey, I better grab a pack of smokes because I start chain smoking when I drink. So, do I like running out of smokes?
Hey,
No.
if there's
Does
an
it happen?
EMP attack, Mike's the first gone. Just telling you, right? Wade, life is short, so is my Johnson. I've learned to accept the things I cannot change and enjoy my time with family and friends.
You know what? That's well said, and I understand it so well.
My client says, I don't like the scary intro.
The video.
The hell did,
I didn't watch all of it, but it was a little weird.
the hell did I use for the
I
intro?
only watched like a split second of it. It came up on my feed, and well, I'm subscribed. Is that Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah, come on.
Is that Hannibal Lecter? Is that
Classic.
what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. 27, FYI, a little squirrel told me Sharky is from Holland. Sharky says, no, wow. He didn't even know it. And Sharky, which means we have rounded third and headed for home if we are in Sharky comments. My induction stovetop works pretty fine with carbon steel flat bottom woks I own. Well, mine's not flat, as you well know. Mine's not flat bottom. Does it compare to my round bottom woks fueled by a propane fire or on the wood outdoor fireplace? No. It's easy and good enough for normal eating, yes. Well, fine. I never thought about getting a flat bottom wok. Isn't there like some Oriental man going, no. You know what? Fuck you, dick.
Man,
Sharky says golf too.
I thought when you
That's-
quit working, or at least started working a lot less, your stress levels and
It's a mix.
anger issues would
My anger
go down a little bit. But honestly, it's like they're they're continuing to rise.
No, you know what the secret is to stress?
Oh, I know what mine is.
Alcohol and masturbation.
I might substitute a couple of those things.
A work hack.
Or add a couple things.
If you're gonna jerk off, do it at work. You get paid for it.
They just don't have the lotion. You know what, though? They have a ton of grease. I've never tried it. But then, I mean, I don't know how that would work. That might burn, or I might have some stains. You know, next time I meet up with a woman, why is your dick black? Oh, don't worry, babe. That's just some work.
You know, when you leave a stain in black underwear, that's a problem.
Oh boy. Oh, fuck. Matt, why are you coming out of the bathroom with the grease gun?
I can just
don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I can just see Jill, our cleaning lady, got like some special goggles as she walks around the spook house. Jesus, what the? How in the fuck did he get shit on top of the cabinets? Ceiling fan, and he just never mind. Sharky, that was a miss. If you didn't hear me say that. Sharky with the last comment, SH. Can we move back to outro babes, please? And not failed presidents. Thanks. Oh, you mean President Obama? The dictator?
She looks like AI, but she's cute. Either that, it might be a real photo that they, completely touched up.
They used the filters.
Yeah.
I think I have other pictures of her. So this is, I think, just filter. They took the jizz off her chin.
You know what you should do at the spook house, though, before you go?
Probably a short list of things I can already sit. Matt done that.
Go to 2 different rooms, at least 2, and then have someone lay down like a dead body, and draw them underneath the carpet or the floorboards. That if you got any flooring you're gonna do.
There was an area rug that would be good.
As,
You know what I should have done is plan this out ahead of time, because Greg, we coated the floors. 4 days later, we rosin papered them all off. But then somewhere in there that got pulled up, and then we just had that construction like cardboard comes in a roll. You know, you got to use like fucking 50-pound dumbbells or it rolls back up. That shit.
Yeah.
Well, we had that down the middle where we do stuff like mixing mud, anything where it was aggressive, like the
spilling,
chop sauce sat, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Well, that got left there for 6 months. So when it got rolled up, Greg goes, "What?" You could see the floor was very ambered there, but on the perimeter, I go, I told you that was going to happen. Happens all the time. As a flooring guy, we used to get calls from people that we would do the floors. They would wait 2 weeks before that they put anything down. They'd put it down, and like a year later, they'd go to clean, they'd roll up this area rug and go, "Oh my God!" You can distinctively, yeah.
It's going to happen.
If you just take the shit out, the area, the floor will continue to change, but that area will change twice as fast, and it will actually eventually catch up to where you're at. Can't check it. So, that was it. Holy shit! Are you serious? Wow, that's like the one time where I actually want to, just be done and get the fuck out of here. And there's 227 comments. I'll make this easy. I'm going to give this, what was the alcohol content? The alcohol content, oh my God, I forgot. That was like 9%.
Yeah.
Holy shit, where are they hiding the alcohol in this? The alcohol content on this is 1 point below what I'm giving this. I'm giving it a 10. This was really good. Really good.
I got to give it a 10 too. Even though I want to give it a 9 for my taste buds. It was really good. I'm just not a fan of sours. But it's what it says it is, and it's probably the best sour I've had. This is really good. It's really nice and sweet too up front. Yeah, I'm milking it.
I will roll shit in bacon grease.
It's real good. It's real good.
I will roll shit in bacon grease. Fucking Google.
Just go use my flat top, dude. It's filled with about 1/4 inch of fucking grease already in it.
My penis for Jay.
Oh. Well, I can warm it up.
You could bring some over.
I was going to say, I could warm it up.
Slather it.
Dude. So my sister was helping me move something, I can't remember, in between the garages. Oh, she wanted to use a tape measure. I'm like, Danielle, I already know the garage is 20 feet long. She didn't want to listen to me. So she started walking between the garages and she stepped in my fucking poo. Not my poo, but the grease. The big old butter stick. She goes, oh, what the hell? And I just started laughing. I'm like, I know what this is. And she says, it won't even come up. What the fuck? She was so pissed. She's like, well...
You should have told her you had to take a shit.
She goes, I'm just going to throw these shoes out. This won't come off. I'm like, Danielle, just run it. Your shoe. She even took her shoes off. She was going to throw them in the garbage. It's like, that's just grease from my grill. Run the bottom of your shoe under hot water, and it'll literally melt right off. She goes, are you serious? She's still trying to kick it off, and finally, right before she threw it in the garbage, I told her to do the water trick, and she's like, oh, fine. Walked in, and that's exactly what happened. But she was sitting there kicking for like 10 minutes outside trying to get that shit off. I'm like, it's not coming off, Danielle. That's straight up hard-packed grease.
Very cold. But just mushy enough to stick to your shoe.
Yep.
Jolson, have you ever looked into the aerial survival? What? Takes Glock mags. I've seen it. Then he says, Too Hard Sunny Slopes Club needs no cowbell. Smile Money says, cheers, clevers. Cobra says, if you watch this video backwards, you get your liver back. Someone named Jaraxel4930 says that he loves the co-host. Cobra, hello, clubbers. Bad, howdy, clubbers. Bad, Cobra. Coco says, hi.
Well, hello to you, too.
Jolson says, more cowbell.
No.
How many times do I have to tell you? There's one cowbell per session.
You got two, because I accidentally fucked it up and had to move it again.
I'm under contractual obligations. Cobra, wow. My 10mm comment might have disappeared. What was it? No! Come on, Cobra. You must have said something to touch the third rail of the electric fence that you licked and then put your butthole on. Cobra, I'll try again with less scary words. Narrowing down my 10mm options for wish list. 1. Smith & Wesson M&P. 2. SIG. And 3. A Glock 20.
So for a 10mm, I don't know if I'd go with a Glock or the MP. Honestly, I just don't like the MPs. I know a lot of people do. I don't like the MPs myself. Glock, it's a Glock. It's very reliable. I just don't know if I'd go with that either. The SIG, so many people are starting to say SIG is going downhill. It's like a Kimber. I mean, like just the quality and the issues that they're starting to have, they're not making it like they used to.
I guess it depends on what you can get your hands on. If you can get the SIG P220 Elite-ish, like the one that Ed found for me, that was a real 220 Elite, that it was hydro-dipped, that gun was great.
Yeah. No, I and don't get me wrong, actually, I like SIGs. Out of the three you named, I would go with SIG. But I've been hearing a lot of complaints that their quality is going downhill big time.
Then he says, P.S. You've been no help in this decision. Cobra, if you're asking me of those three, my personal favorite was that SIG. Now, having said that, you can have 3 of the M&P 10mm
for the cost of the SIG.
For the same price as the SIG, if that helps. And if you rule out the SIG, I like the SIG the best. There is nothing I want more than what me and Ed originally started out looking for. And that is a SIG P220 stainless Elite with the rosewood grips. But if you narrow it down to Eric, would you rather have an M&P or the Glock? I absolutely love my M&P Performance Center.
My question is, I guess, what are you going to use it for? You know, is it going to be a daily carry? You know, is it just going to be a backup? You know, a backup gun in your to-go bag? You know, that you're not going to really shoot a lot, but in case shit happens, you got a 10 mil on you. I mean, that I think would also help maybe direct you in the direction you want to go. How much ammo are they going to hold?
And of course, Cobra, since how you're saying I'm being no help, of your choices, the SIG is a single stack. The
Less
Glock
ammo.
and the Smith & Wesson are double stacks. If I was in bear country, I would probably prefer to carry either the Smith or the SIG, or the Smith or the Glock. What's nice about the Glock is
Lighter weight, easy to pull apart and clean, reliable.
holds a lot of ammo. Between that and my M&P, because my M&P, I could not get one that didn't have the safety on it, and I try to always carry it with the safety off. But with the Glock, if a bear rushes you, you don't have to worry about pulling that thing out and aiming it and going, ah, fuck, I forgot the safety. That ah, fuck might be the difference between you being dead or not. If I truly was in bear country, what I want is a chest rig and my Glock.
And see, again, you're right. But if I'm using it for an everyday carry, I would prefer a safety myself. I'm not like my sister, where I'm not going to carry a gun because it doesn't have a safety, but I feel a lot more comfortable having the safety on it. And not all safeties are the same. I like the thumb safety, like the 1911. You know, where it's,
And that's the same as the M&P.
yep,
Instinctively,
yep.
I just because I carry a 1911 a lot,
My thumb is
as
gonna
I'm
go
drawing
anyways.
it, my thumb is on that, and I'm thumbing it down before I'm even.
See, just the way I hold my guns, or pistols anyways, my thumb already goes up to where that safety is, and it's not because the safety's there. That's just where it's comfortable for me to wrap my thumb around. And, you know, of course I'm left-handed though, so I need the ambi safety, because a lot of them otherwise are on the left side of the gun.
So Cobra, if you're asking me of the three,
It really depends what you're using it for, first off. That's my thought. But carry on.
you know, and it's like he said, you know, and also if it's going to be a carry gun, a 10 millimeter SIG is going to be a heavy
It's
gun.
heavy. But I do like the weight of that, because it's not going to have the recoil as the other two will.
You know, you probably, because you haven't shot the two of them side by side enough to go, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. If I close my eyes and you handed me two 10 millimeter pistols in my collection, well, one of them I don't have anymore, the one that I want and the one that I have, the 1006 Smith & Wesson all stainless steel 10 millimeter, and maybe even the 1066, when you pull the trigger, the sound that it makes, the pulse of the recoil, and the motion of the slide is almost identical to the SIG. The two guns, it's almost like I'm wanting to say that I'd be able to tell the babies apart from each other. I would have a hard time telling the difference between the way that P220 shot and the 1066 and the 1006.
Well, but those are also shaped very similar, and they're also metal guns. They're not
They're
poly.
both stainless steel
That's
guns.
what I'm saying. They're not the polys, so they're going to feel a lot more similar than a poly. But they're also, like I said, I think they're shaped a lot alike. Do they look different? Yeah. Are they, you know, they have different shapes to them, but overall, they're about the same size. They're made of stainless, and you know, running down the barrel and the underslide, I think they're shaped out pretty close to the same. They're more square. They're more square guns. They're not rounded out.
You know, the two guns that would be the closest would be the Glock and the Smith, the M&P. And Cobra, if you asked me of the two of those, I would right now I would keep my Performance Center over the Glock because I like the way the grip feels, and the sights are switchable. But I like the way the M&P feels in my hand more than I like the Glock. I've never been. It's always like a Glock is something that I adjust to carrying and shooting.
You pointed that out earlier. Well, Lefroy. I was like, it's been a while. I don't want to finish that bottle. That's almost out.
That's what the bottle is. That's what the bottle is there for, to get to the bottom of it.
You're not wrong.
I was like, oh, through the picture, I was like, this bitch is eating a stick of butter. Okay, gonna check, and then we gotta go. Okay.
I salute you, boys.
That is all. We will, I don't know, maybe see you tomorrow. I don't know.
Not we, maybe you. I'll probably be busy.
Oh, and Locked and Loaded tomorrow. Locked and Loaded is just going to be 2 hours of fuckery. Cheers.